Hello, good morning. Welcome to the channel. Oh, shut the fuck up. Right, right. Well, we're going to go along this path which you're not allowed to go along. Well, let's just talk about, I was down in Leicester, so I'm a bit tired today. Drove all the way there, drove all the way back. Driving in the United Kingdom is not something, there's no enjoyment in it, really. Well, there is, but not really. How could you enjoy that? You know, it's... So, highlights of the trip were probably we're not using the gimbal today, by the way, in case you're wondering why. It's just was an extremely bad choice of path, given the fact that it's been raining. I'm going to get wet. So, quickly, we'll just go on to one of the reasons why. What's bothering me today is I have a very predictable ability to put my foot in it with people. I'm just one of those types. Well, so I got told I don't have a filter. So basically, I suppose we're talking about men and women and what not. This is fucking terrible. I would come down here if it wasn't raining, because I'm getting soaked already. I think we'll go this way. Ah, God, that was grim. Like, so it's just knowing. I will say the wrong thing all the time. I always say the wrong thing. It's terrible, really. That's how I think. With the women that I was with, like the ones that I married, or the ones that I didn't marry, for that matter. It's just a bit better here. Maybe it is. The ones that I didn't marry, and the ones that I did. Okay, no. It's just too wet to go in here. No. Right. They were just like looking for the green light to get rid of me, you know. And I sort of always made it easier for them. I suppose I'm really talking about relationships here. Relationships. God, that was well, so now, obviously what happened to me and what I did and everything. Kinda. Well, there's that water treatment plant there. What happened and what I did meant that I don't really have to bother with them now, you know. Certainly in terms of I don't have to. Well, you see, maybe I do. That's the thing. See, pussyfoot around them. So I suppose what's causing this anxiety attack is I said something yesterday to somebody, and then I sort of put my foot in it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you know. Because people do have the. I'm like that as well. I get really upset. I get really upset when people say things to me and everything, take it the wrong way and everything like that. So what happened was, it's probably, well, apparently it's Asperger's, so you tend to say things, you'll say it logically, descriptive. So you'll say the wrong thing, which upsets the flow of what's required. So it's like you need to keep me away from the customer sort of thing. That's why I was useless at selling cars as well. Couldn't do that. Well, I did do it, but I don't. You need someone who's politically astute, and I'm not politically astute, even remotely. I'm useless. I've been around clearing all this up. Look, yeah, I just say all the wrong things at all the wrong time. That's the way it goes. So that's kind of how I got divorced twice. I think it's a really difficult thing to really achieve, and the divorce rate is really high. I think probably the older model was you just have to sort of get, you got married, and then you have children. You just have to stick together to look after them. But there's so much rights and freedoms and everything now that the slightest thing, and then it's very difficult. It's a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, I don't even know exactly what I'm talking about here. What are you talking about? How you keep upsetting women? Aye. So now it's more like a deliberately do it. Because I don't want to. Because I don't want to fuck them. Like, that's what I mean. But then maybe once you see, I've conflated me having a gender change and me also getting older. So say I was an older man. Oh God, it fucking, this thing, I need to stop using this thing. It jiggles like that, look. Then you'd be used to them. You know, you wouldn't care about any little wee tricks that go on. Because you'd be older and you'd have seen it all by now. And you would have learned. I'm actually quite tired after that. But I have been out clearing out the paths, I can see that. Somebody said it on the Facebook page this morning. So, don't let me anywhere near any women customers. It's also funny how you get the henpecked men as well. Don't let me near them either. But I think I have found some form of freedom. You know, I have found some form of freedom, so to speak. International timber. Yeah. Wow. What the hell is that? I've lost touch with cars. I used to know them all. So here we are, Skeoch Roundabout. So I'm worn out after driving to Leicester and back, even producing that art. So what I did, I was at a conference, my friend was going to a conference and I got taken along to do some art in the background, which is quite, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. And that's the other thing I've got an anxiety about. I never said that to the people that are doing the event. And I was thinking, oh, I should have said something like that. So I'm actually quite, I'm a hopeless person, socially incompetent. You know, so I am saying that right now, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do that, and it's very enjoyable. So what I did do, I took pastels and Sharpie pens. The pastels are really, well, they really bring a real sense of colour, and they look sort of like impressive and sort of fairly easy to do, you know. So I did about 7 of them or something, and the reality is that was too much. So two of them came out really well. 2 of them, they came out pretty, I would say probably finished. And there's another two that weren't, I thought I'll take them home and I'll do them when I get home in the studio, right? But then this lady really liked them, so she went away with two of them, right? So actually I was really happy that she liked them. So I said, yeah, you can have. So I signed them. She went away with them. That was the lady that organised the event. So I didn't actually, I wasn't really happy. Well, I think to do is do them again in the studio and then maybe send them to her. But she likes them, so that's like, because my art's weird, mind. And then people need a nod as well. And that they don't, people are unsure of what is, in any form of life, what is. So basically if somebody says, oh, this is the finest piece of art ever, then they need that wee push. Well, I'm not saying that people don't know. I mean, obviously everybody gets influenced by critics or the media or what, to be told what is right, and they use their own intelligence to work out what they like. I know that, right? So I suppose this lady, she liked them, so she went away with them. That was great, because after all, it's her that paid for the food and everything, so it's the least I could do, So the two of them, it's an older Transit. The two of them were pretty good. Yeah, two of them were pretty good. So I videoed pretty much the whole, well, not all the journey, but a lot of it. So who knows who's going to watch it. All loaded last night. It's like 2 or 3 hour videos, I'm surprised the bloody thing kept going for all that time. So videoed all that, and so what happened was going up the M1, went down the M6, came back up the M1, which might have been proved to be a mistake. Well, I did like going over the A66. That was enjoyable. That's truck spotting nirvana, that is. The A66. It's full of all the trucking companies that were there. So, truck spotting. And, oh, look at these flowers, they're coming on nice. Be free. So, A66 was brilliant. Dual carriageway, a lot of potholes, but a lot of trucks to see and some nice scenery. Of course, I've never been on that road before. It's one of the few roads I've never been on. And the worst thing that happened was going up the M1, we're coming, so there was a lot of traffic, really heavy rain, pissing rain, really heavy rain. But we got to this not bad bit, so I'm going down the motorway in the middle lane. There's a van came flying past me. Must have been doing about 85, I was doing about 75. And I'm just going to get a couple of trucks and we're going to go, if we can hear them. And there's like all these electric cars braking, and I thought, what the fuck are they braking for? And then my passenger said, safety camera or whatever, police in the bridge. Of course, it's not actually the police that do it, is it? So I just took my foot off the throttle. I was doing about 70 when I went towards them. So what is that, a couple of 100 yards between here and that sign over there. That is cool. I'd like to have one of them. And so I went past them at 70, doing 70, but the van was doing about 85 in the outside lane. I was in the outside lane at that point because the car in front, I think it was a Vauxhall electric car, something braked, and I sort of pulled out. I pulled out in the fast lane, so I might have been caught for speeding. If I was, you do get speedo error. So I was doing like 75 in the speedo, 76 when I first seen it. So that's 6 miles an hour over the limit. So speed of error, if it was 3, so it'd be 73. Then I've been doing 70, which would mean 67 when I went past it. It's all a bit tricky, you know, it's all a bit hard. So I'm not worried, well, I'm not worried. I mean, the only good thing about it is that, wow, that looks good. Andrea Wood, Transport Livingston. The good thing is that if I am caught, I'll probably be able to, it's England, I'll be able to get a speed awareness course. So I'll be able to go on a jolly down to Leeds. Well, that's good, I like one of them. You know, well, it's difficult here because there's so much trucks up here. So if that's the case, well, it's really hazardous driving, you know, and you sort of stick to all the limits and everything. Yeah, try and do that if you can. But it's really not as easy as you think. So that was probably the worst thing that happened. We've seen the police pulling in an Audi. I was expecting a lot of people to watch that video, but what I was going to do is when I get home, I'll video the whole event. Oh, look at that! T4! Wow! That's nice, the metallic blue. But yeah, videoing the whole event was probably about 3 or 4, well, I've seen the whole thing took about 5 minutes. I've seen them up on the bridge and I've seen them all appearing as plane cars, you know, all sort of there to take down the white Audi and pull them into this bit of the side. Oh, here's the truck coming. Yeah, right. So, Tillycooty Quarries, some big heavy machinery there. So somebody came on and commented the other day telling me to ignore all the cunts, and thank you for reminding me. It was people that criticise what I do and everything, you know. Don't know why that Volkswagen's on the recovery. It's got all the dealer stuff on the front of it. Jack Richards. And son, wouldn't it have been easier just to say Richardson? Oh, don't start that shit again. And don't tell the audience about how your great-great-grandmother was called Margaret Richardson. Don't tell them that because it's boring, they don't want to know. But that's what she was called. So that's the maternal line. Way up Aberdeenshire probably. So, maternal. It's the first sort of indication that I had that I wasn't completely, well, that was Richardson, it's not exactly this. I don't know really, is that an English name? Probably. It's like Ferguson's a Scottish name, but is it really, you know, it's like, is it Irish, Scottish? It's really hard to really understand all that, you need to be an expert. Maybe I should do a degree in just genealogy or something. Right, I'm going to go home from breakfast. So that's what I'm worried about. So I'm trying to declutter my head from the last 2 days. I mean, I do enjoy a jolly, yeah. I'm going to have to be more careful about the old... it's very easy to get caught doing something. I mean, I've got a clean licence, so if I got caught speeding... if I got caught speeding, it's tough really, isn't it? Do the speed awareness course would be the option for me, because I can quite happily go down there. I'll make a great video out of it, won't I? I suppose that is an alternative Toyota, that's quite cool. That is something that could be done, is go down there and do it. That's the thing you've got to weigh up, say it's going to cost more to go down and do that than it is to pay the fine, you know. Of course in Scotland you don't get that option, as far as I know. But I have heard they're pretty ruthless now. I think it's even like if you're just over it, they'll do you. Bastards. Never mind. I mean the hazard, if you do a lot of miles, there's a chance you're going to get done for speeding, isn't there, you know. Especially when the speeds are so fucking low. Burn in hell, Tesla. So, you know, it's just like, I'm very grateful for the fantastic life I've got, you know, and negative people going on about stuff because they're trapped in their life. Well, do something about it then. Stop fucking criticising mine, you know. That's the thing about it. Well, look at that, that's cool. Loads of timber. Right. I mean, well, you know, we all end up dead, don't we? So when you're on Earth, try and do something. We've all made, look at the fucking cock-ups I've made. It's unbelievable what I've done. And I'm still here, and then you get people getting jealous because I'm hanging about a fucking roundabout. And then they go, why would I be jealous of somebody hanging around a roundabout? I says, well, why are you complaining about it then? You know, why aren't you saying, oh, good for you? Why are you so bitter? Because that's what it is, it's bitterness. Because they're stuck doing what they're doing. There is quite a lot of sort of nihilistic apathy floating around, especially in the male fraternity. Because they've been... things haven't been going very well for them. That's why. I think that's why it is. And they just lash out. You know? They lash out. So they have been clearing all the... clearing up all the... Oh. So they lash out at people and they get angry and cross and bitter and they deny it. I had this guy going on, I think he's one of the cycling types. Probably had a run in before. He's one of these frequent flyer types that doesn't like me. He says it's shocking driving. You know, it's like, see the driving videos, you're always going to get that. Always going to get that. It doesn't matter what you do. If you follow the highway code to the exact word, somebody will come along and say it's been changed. Or somebody will come along and tell you. The other thing about what he's going on about was lane hogging. So when you're on the motorway, you're sort of like in the middle lane. If you pull over the inside lane and there's traffic comes out, so it might appear on the video that it's lane hog. Well, I'm not going to argue this to that moron. It kind of appears that you're lane hogging when you're not actually lane hogging. So there's a vehicle up in front. Well, lane hogging would be when you're in the middle of the lane and there's nothing at all. There's no roads coming off, there's no traffic in the inside lane, nothing for miles, and that's lane hogging. But if there's something up ahead and there's a slip road and there's traffic coming off it, that's not lane hogging. So that's my answer for that moron. Right, so I'm going to go up here. I'll get a bit of get the little body going a bit, you know, a bit of what do you call it, aerobic. Well, it is a bit slippy. So that's not lane hogging. That's, so like I say, it doesn't really matter what video you do, you're going to get somebody that'll complain about your driving. So what they got, well, I got the Helga to answer it. Helga answered it. Somebody making a wee hut or something. So she told them that if you get electric shocks off, because he said shocking driving, that there's something wrong with your car and you should get it repaired immediately. And then she told them, his last name was Stephen, with a PH, that hogging, should not do hogging on the motorway. It's dangerous. Hog roasts should not be conducted there. Sort of responsible sort of attitude to suggest it, as you'd expect from some dummy cyclist. So he's one of the ones that's hanging around watching all my videos, ready to have a go. See how muddy it is. God, I'm knackered. So, oh Jesus. So, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. I'm not going to do much today. We're going to Glasgow tomorrow. I think I'll go home and I'll go. Blah, 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 blah. That's where they're building that. Go home and have my breakfast and upload some shorts and see what I got to tidy up outside. I'm not going anywhere today. Wednesday. I still have a day at home. Done my video. I don't need to do any more. For those of you that are decent, reasonable people, thank you for watching and contributing. For those of you that are a bunch of dickheads, good luck with life. Bye!